Well, let me put it to you this way. Governor Christie, he's basically, I think it's fair to say, if given what New Jersey is, and let's say the fact that it is, one of the most union strong states in the country, for instance,
Mhm.
he's basically done the equivalent of what Scott Walker and John Kasich have done in Wisconsin and Ohio, starting from a much more liberal place, but he's done the equivalent of reforms that are that drastic in terms of union busting in New Jersey, for where New Jersey is at. So not as he's not bringing them down to as far of a level, but he can't because New Jersey is more liberal. But you can make a pretty good argument. He cut the public workers' pensions. He's introduced sort of the classic test-based teacher accountability type reforms in the schools. He's raised their retirement age. He's cut the cost of living adjustment on the public workers' pensions. He's austerity all around. I mean, all the funding's been cut. He called New
Yeah,
Jersey
and
a comeback
he
state.
limited the ability of public workers to bargain over health care.
Well, there you go. I did not even know that. And yet the Labor's International Union of North America, LIUNA, has endorsed him in his bid against State Senator Barbara Buono, who is a progressive Democrat from the New Brunswick area of New Jersey. What do you make of and the Democratic Governors Association till this point has essentially stayed out of this, and it seems like maybe laying down here. Are progressives throwing in the towel on this guy? I mean, what's going on here?
I mean, I certainly think, when you see organized labor getting behind, when you see the building construction trades, I mean, sort of with the building and construction trades, why they did that is they want to get a few deals. They want to cut a few deals in which they take a slight wage cut on a project labor agreement, and then Chris Christie agrees to give them, a couple road construction jobs. Not to mention that he can cancel the biggest infrastructure project in the country, the big tunnel dig. But basically, they're cutting deals. People feel it's a desperate situation, so people are looking for ways to cut deals. That's what always happens in these situations.
And just to be clear, Mike, you were referencing, of course, a long-planned additional train tunnel from New Jersey to Penn Station in New York that Chris Christie vetoed back in October of 2010. It was an $8.7 billion project that people believe would have helped ease a lot of the commuter traffic and the infrastructure problems between New Jersey and New York. And as a native of northern New Jersey over the George Washington Bridge, I can attest that those challenges are in fact formidable. But he said that the share that New Jersey would be forced to bear of $2.7 billion of the $8.7 billion split between the federal government, the government of New York, and the government of New Jersey would be too much, and he believed that there would be $1 billion cost overruns. I mean, these are the kinds of centuries significant construction infrastructure projects that really made New York and New Jersey a hub for commerce internationally. And I think it's a shame that the folks in the building and construction trades aren't standing in solidarity with the teachers and the other public sector workers, because frankly, they got screwed. They're fighting for the scraps, and it's only going to get worse if Christie thinks he can divide and conquer the labor movement in New Jersey.